Hello, fabulous Pisces. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of August 2017. Looking at life and love. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. What an incredible month it is. The world is abuzz about some of the big things happening this month. And of course, it's all about the eclipses. Well, most people are really talking about that one eclipse, right? The solar eclipse that is happening late in the month. So in the second part of the month, yes, we have a very powerful solar eclipse taking place, which represents all kinds of new beginnings. But we actually, in the first part of the month, have another eclipse happening. It is a lunar eclipse. And this lunar eclipse is powerful in its own right. Now, I like to think of a lunar eclipse as a jacked up full moon, meaning it is just like a full moon, but like 20 times more powerful. And it represents a realization and a culmination. It represents things coming full circle and also being very honest with yourself. Now, I look at this sky, and for you, this first eclipse that's going to happen, the lunar eclipse, standing across the sky from Mars and speaking in supreme harmony with Jupiter, your ancient ruling planet Jupiter at that. It suggests to me that there is some very profound realization set to happen for you, and it will likely appear quiet to others. But what I actually see happening, and it looks like there may be a moment of some tension, and it may play out in terms of a coworker or a client or in the workspace. It could have to do with the actual work that you are doing and how you feel about the work you do, or a customer as well. That could be part of how this plays out. It could also be like a health-oriented professional, which is part of this energy. But in some way, it actually wakes you up. It awakens something within you and a realization within you of where it is that you've sort of not wanted to look at something, not wanted to accept something, been going on automatic for a while, and life isn't letting you do that anymore. But it's deeper than that. It's about digging in deep and understanding what's really going on with you on a level of your psyche and of your spirit. Because there are reasons for everything. People do all kinds of things. And yes, ultimately, I do think the higher, more elevated reasons for absolutely everything we do is to move towards greater love and greater wisdom. We are resolving all kinds of things that ultimately move us in that direction. But there's lots of little steps to get there, right? And so people do all kinds of things that look like they're taking them way towards the opposite side of love and wisdom, but yet they're on the path. And this is your chance to look at yourself. Where is it that you are on that path, but you need to understand something about a particular circumstance right now? Something about yourself, maybe something you've been doing that you weren't aware of, maybe a way that you've been speaking to somebody, or a way that you've been behaving, a way that you've been taking care of yourself that you haven't been aware of until now. The thing is, awareness is powerful. Once that awareness comes, it changes everything. In fact, awareness is an alchemical process. It is change that this sky is promising, and alchemy is the promise of change. So do be aware as best you can, but I think your dreams are going to be so active around this full moon. So you may not even have to set the intention, but it could very well be that, something happens in your life, you kind of think about it, then you put it aside, and then you have a dream, and you see things so differently when you wake up. Now, as we move further into the month, of course, we got to talk about that big eclipse. That's really why I think a lot of people may be here right now. A lot of Pisces may be watching this right now because they want to know about that eclipse. There is a big eclipse set to take place. And this eclipse is speaking in supreme harmony with Uranus, supreme harmony with Saturn. So there's a lot of leaping forward. There's a lot of luck and things happening very quickly. There's also a lot of stability and lasting progress that happens. It's also Mars and Mercury. There's clarity of mind, empowerment, determination, bravery. And for you, a lot of this is happening in work, coworkers, the assignments that you're doing, the job that you have, the day job that you have, as well as your daily rituals and your health practices. So this can be a very powerful time for new work. It's that simple. New work showing up out of nowhere that delights you and creates greater stability in your life for a long time to come, and very likely greater career stability and career progress for a long time to come. You know, you've had Saturn moving through the very top of your sky for the last 2.5 years, for the better part of the last 2.5 years. And this is one of those highlight moments where what happens at the workplace, the expertise you demonstrate, lend themselves to some advancement, some boon, some promotion, some progress that lasts. So you want to keep in mind what's happening with you. It really does center on the job that you're doing. How well do you do your job? There could be some changes that take place with coworkers. A new coworker could come into your workplace right now, or a new immediate supervisor could come into your workplace right now. But again, there's luck with this. So it looks like you are on a very positive side of this and you're able to gain from this change. This could also be new types of work that you do as well, new offerings that you may have if you're self-employed, new ways of going about what you do on a day in and day out business to earn money. And especially where it comes to the skills you demonstrate that earn you your money, you could find them taking a leap forward in a very positive direction. Now, with this particular solar eclipse, we also have your health being spotlighted with this, and I would not be surprised if you took on some whole new way of taking the best of care of you. Remember, this is about affirming that you have a sense of love for yourself in your smallest moments. And I mean, with an eclipse like this, you could find yourself drastically changing your habits for the better and seeing positive results very quickly. Now, finally, love. We got to talk about love, because you have got this month right out of the gate, in the early beginning of the month. It really happens at the last day, at the very end of July. We have Venus moving to a super supportive position to you, fellow water sign Cancer. This is so flirtatious. This is so fun. And it is flirtations that can bring a very special kind of joy for you now. There's a certain magnetism that you could have with this. But I think the magnetism, especially when we've got Venus in this particular part of the sky, it comes out a lot more when you're having fun. So make sure you're accepting invitations or going out, whatever it is that you consider living it up and enjoying your life. Do that. Like, do that as a general principle, but do that because the likelihood of just spontaneously meeting somebody and having very romantic moments becomes that much more blessed with Venus in this particular part of your sky. I would also say, if you are in an established bond, this move of Venus has you wanting to experience more loving moments with your partner, more romantic moments in particular with your partner. So make sure you carve out some unique time for that. This can also be very good fertility energy. So if you are somebody who wants to have a child, you've got this cosmic blessing with you. And if you have children, incidentally, if you have children, they should be a lot more loving, and especially if they're teenagers, that is a very welcome possibility. But really, you will find them being especially loving, especially generous with you now. What I love about this month for you is that some of the most powerful changes happen within, but they don't stay within. They affect you and they speak to many different areas of life. And your life and the way that you live it in your smallest moments are about to be much more empowered and about to feel like they skyrocket you in a very positive direction. Thank you so much for watching. You can get a video like this each and every week by logging on to astrofabulous.com or nadiyashah.com. Sign up to be one of my superstars. Superstars get instant, exclusive, expanded video scopes each and every week. And I look forward to meeting you in the superstar space, especially this month with all that's going on. And I will be diving deep into it each and every week for each sign. So I look forward to meeting you there. Thank you again for watching. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.